Hey everybody, welcome back to Occultists Anonymous. We are finishing up our Blades in the Dark campaign tonight and have some wonderful announcements of further games to be played by our crew. First, as always, we are sponsored by Roll20, as well as everyone that chooses to donate on our Patreon. Their names are Adele, Al, Alan Michael, Alexander, Angfalith, Babadook, Duke, Bernie, Blood Angel, Brandon, Chris, Daniel, Doc, Dolor, Emil, Funzusuru Ali, George, Jack, Jenny, Josh, Julian, Camo, Catfeathers, Crazy Man, Melissa, Michael, Milo, Moku, Neo, Noba, Other Michael, Parker Torres. I'm not sure why I said someone's last name. My apologies. Perry, Puppeteer, Raffio, Ryan, Shishara, Senna, Taryn, The Arcane, Thomas, Toast, Usuf Sama, Vortex, Woodfoot, and Sultan.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Guys, gals, and non-binary pals. I think that one is a bit too try-hard, though, right? Or is it?
I like that one a lot, though.
You can also just say thanks, folks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's usually what I do. I've just had a moment. I blame the lack of brain.
Y'all.
You can say thanks, all our friends.
If we get a few more patrons, it can be all y'all.
You can say thanks, you beautiful patrons.
Oh, there's actually a numerical threshold for all y'all being valid.
Yeah. All y'all is a sort of because y'all can be singular.
Yeah, it's really more than one.
Yeah, it's a
y'all is
thing.
like 1 to I'd say about 6.
Yeah, let's say 4 more patrons, and then we'll hit all y'all because that'll be 50.
Y'all. There you go.
50.
All right. Before we jump in, I just want to disclaim to everyone of our adoring public at home that I am a little under the weather, and my brain is moving like cold molasses. So we're gonna do our best to put on a good show and finish up this story good.
Oh, you know.
That's all I got. That's not all I got. I have the rest of the game I'm gonna run, but when last we left off, the Freaky Fingers had found themselves in a bit of a war. A little back and forth with the Ink Rakes. And it had sort of manifested during their current job as a brouhaha breaking out between... where'd my notebook go? I wrote down these names.
The Jays.
The Jays. Why?
The Blues Brothers.
The J. Jonah Jamesons.
That's very good.
And then our Rowdy Boys.
The Julian and Jaden.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, Barry. Run a mission from Gad.
Mission from Gad. And the, as they said, the Blues Brothers, Jonathan, Jacob, and Jameson, who are part of the Ink Rakes sort of ground troops, right? Investigating various potential sources of blackmail and doing the legwork to make the Ink Rakes work as a gang, right? And so this brouhaha breaks out while the crew is on a lightning train headed from a city that I did not name back to Duskfall. Stationburg, sorry, forgot. We did come up with Stationburg. Back from Stationburg to Duskfall with a sort of revolutionary new explosive compound that has been invented by Lord Henri Sharp. There was some investigation into where it might be on the train, how the train sort of could be traversed secretly, and some sly face work from Hook. Yeah, I'm in top form, y'all. It's
That's fine.
bad.
Been there.
So
Been there.
How it goes. You're gonna make it through. You'll make it
so
through.
some sly face work and quick hands led Henri to be put to sleep in the train car, and his bodyguards were caroused and cajoled into going and helping in the bar fight. And then click, lock. All right, let's go see what the rest of the crew is doing. And what they were doing is nothing good. We've got
No.
yeah, well, from a sort of in character perspective, nothing good. A train car full of valuable goods. Are plucky, definitely not heroes. And soon to be a sort of spooky ghostland psychic tentacle that Corby sort of tried to use to her advantage, and well, it worked.
It worked.
Yes, the problem is it won't stop.
And now it's back for more.
It's still hungry.
So I think the last thing we left off with was Hook sort of cracking open a crate. Yep, this is going to be a long 3 hours.
Good time.
Oh me.
Box thing.
Yeah, a box thing.
The explosives.
Crate full of the explosive, and there's sort of this, even through Corby's sort of psychic backlash, haunting trauma that she's got going on right now as she kind of sits in the middle of the floor of the train car. She kind of perked up and realizes that there is something supernatural about this explosive whatever is in this crate. And the Blues Brothers break in to the scene, and we have a panning directorial shot of that tentacle sort of whipping back through the air. And that's where we'll pick up.
Yep.
Oh, volunteers? Action havers?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I'd like to make an out-of-character clarification real quick.
Huh?
I think Cricket was moving towards the junction in the car to dismantle the mechanism, as we planned.
Yeah, I was
And
going
we
to try to
left off.
disassemble or to
Excellent.
break it loose while
Excellent.
Hook was rummaging through crates.
Okay.
Don't forget about that floating +1.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, given that the tentacle is sort of Corby's fault, she's kind of feeling responsible and doesn't want to feed it to anyone else, so she's going to pull out her fine lightning hook.
I would say you do not know that it is coming back yet.
Oh, okay. Thought we saw it already.
That was
But more
that
of
was
a narrative.
character.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, character-wise, we don't know
Right.
more, but yeah.
Then
It was
I'm on the
outside.
floor.
We don't see
covered
it.
That was me cliffhangering to my
Sure.
best Drew abilities.
So I'm still hanging on the floor, covering my ears.
Absolutely. So yeah, we will
Crafterman,
sort of
skirmish.
I mean,
as
rocking a little bit.
yeah. So I think Cricket probably waits for like confirmation that Hook has found it, right?
Mhm.
Even just a verbal like, oh yeah, this is it, before he's even cracked it open or whatever. So
Yeah.
you can definitely sort of take from there, and you're like lined up ready to start working to disconnect this car as the Blues Brothers sort of show up in the back
Open
door
the
of the
door.
exactly of the previous car, the first class car.
Okay.
So what do you do?
Like, objectively, I can do these two things at once. I just don't know if I can. Because if I push myself, I can breathe out venom, which gives migraines.
Huh?
I can breathe while working with my hands, but I don't know if I can do two things at once.
Generally you cannot do
Yeah.
two actions at once, right? It takes especially if you're pushing yourself to do one of them.
I would imagine that would take effort. It's not like you're constantly breathing out venom.
Yeah, no, you have to forcibly exert it. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to roll Tinker to try to unhook the thing.
Okay.
I have my fine tinkering tools, and also just the floating +1 towards doing this. So is it +2? Or what does Tinker tools do again?
They give you a +1 effect. Which for this means that they are sort of up to snuff to working on this task. I will say you can do this with either Tinker or Wreck. Tinker is more sure to like get it done, but might take you longer, and therefore possible sort of implications of people coming at you and things. Versus Wreck sort of being less assured, but faster.
You could always call it Crafty, and you can breathe out while Crafty hits it with a sledgehammer.
you are a little busy with Corby at the moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sitting there consoling Corby.
No, that's true.
I just meant Crafty Man would jump up if necessary.
Mhm.
I'm not trying to
Sure.
take the action. I'm just offering support if necessary.
Yeah, I'm looking because I need 2 weights to get the fine wrecking tools.
Oh, you mean to use the demolition tools? Well, I carried them. I don't think you have to.
It's worth noting
mark
anything
your-
that's written in
Italics?
italic. Thank you. I was never going to get there. Does not actually have weight. Your bandolier does not count against you. Oh no.
Okay, no, it's not in italics.
No, it's regular. Never mind.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was trying to help.
I'm gonna try for it with Tinker because if I do that,
Okay.
I'm rolling 5. Yeah.
Hmm?
It's what's position?
You're rolling 4.
And I get the +1 from the tools, and also just the +1.
The tools are giving you the effect to be able to operate on a standard effect.
Okay. Mid position.
Risky standard.
Oh, you know what? And I am going to assist
Mhm.
because this is my last freebie, but because if I remember correctly, we left off with the door opening and Hook having that moment of we have friends,
Mhm.
and Hook is going to pull out his concealed palm pistol, which I have been wanting to use this entire time, and just
I figured
like
that was the one.
not even looking over, just pointing.
Like the sort of extendo grip.
Yep, exactly. Just
Excellent.
pop it right out from the sleeve, pointing down the hole, and like just firing, not aiming, just firing off a shot at the Blues Brothers and just to send them running for cover and give.
Excellent.
Okay. So that give me +2. Is that what your assist does?
Oh, my assist is just +1.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now I have +2.
Okay.
+2 all day.
Okay.
5 dice. I hope you get it.
Heck yeah.
5s.
2 5s equal a 6. Like we all know this.
2 5s or 1 6. Yeah.
2 3s equal a 6. Add it together, people.
Well, 2 3s take away a 6, so it's
Yeah, all right.
sorry. Just them's the rules. It says right here, John Harper playbook. All right, so yeah, you are sort of scrunched down, screwdrivers and hammers and stuff, and sort of a complex mechanism. It's not just like a hit this
That would be
and
easy.
get it unhooked, because sort of lightning involved and everything. It's got to be shielded and everything like that. So getting it to the point where you're doing all this without getting shocked to death by the sort of, again, 10-foot wide lightning skirt that this sort of maglev train going 100 miles an hour floats on.
After Cricket has already had a close call with electricity, 2 close calls with electricity.
I am being careful.
Yeah, you yeah, so you get in there and you get it unhooked and sort of right as the train's starting to separate, the Blues Brothers jump over, and Jonathan, the big one, just sort of reaches down to like grab you, and I don't know what his plan is, really. He's big and dumb. He's going to do big, dumb himbo things. And this, like, all of a sudden the crack of a pistol fires and sort of just hits him right in the shoulder and knocks him back a little bit. And he managed to only sort of get, shoved out of the way a bit. And so the sort of repercussions here is that you are now, you have the Blues Brothers between you and the rest of the crew.
Okay.
That's bad for them.
And you see the train quickly approach a distance as you sort of skid to a stop over the course of minutes. And obviously, we'll have more things happen, but your train car starts slowing down and has lost its connection to power and stuff like that. So
no more lightning, right?
Should be exciting. Yeah. Well, it's dying down. There's capacitors and science mumbo jumbo.
Stuff. Wizard did it in 5 to 6 weeks.
Well, Wizard used to do it, and then technology does it now.
Fair.
But it's advanced technology, so cool. Who jumps to bat now? Hook's sort of already in progress. Crafty Man, you have a shot of a view of Hook just like shooting a bullet right over your head, and turning around, and suddenly there are three dudes, news caps and tweed and that whole sort of uniform.
Time to swing away. Crafty Man's gonna hop up and in a fluid motion pick up the sledgehammer and get to work.
Yike.
Just wreck him.
Oh, yeah. Totally. He's going to try and chuck one off the car as we're moving, hitting him straight in the chest as hard as he can.
Yeah, at this point, I'm just trying to
be small and out of the way.
Be small and out of the way and not in danger of falling off the open back of this caboose.
Yeah. All right, what's the devil's bargain?
Maybe tonight we should make up our own devil's bargains.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to help each other out and offer devil's bargains. I mean, that's just a basic rule, but especially tonight, if anyone has thoughts come to mind. I was just going to say something along the lines of,
I mean, a sledgehammer is not a, delicate and careful weapon in any way.
Yeah, I think there's going to be some collateral, some knocked over crates, some smashed boxes, as you sort of try to have a sword fight with this sledgehammer. Because Jameson has drawn a sort of cutlass.
Oh, really? Oh, man. Oh, I'm so tempted to grab the cutlass off of Hook's hip.
I'm over on the other end, sadly. But
yeah, he's a ways away.
The demon sword.
All right, well, you said Argos will jump into your hand at any point. All right, I won't do it. I'm just trying to play up the fact that Crafty is more receptive to Argos's temptations at this point. So, not to try and out of character take away another player's tool. Okay, so knocked over crates. Crafty Man doesn't care right now about the damage to stuff. Sure. So, yeah, he'll take that. Give me that. So, I'm going to roll skirmish. And let's see. Not going to take any stress here. I'm going to save it for resistance.
Well, you already took a devil's bargain, so you can't push yourself.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So you don't have
push
to
for
stress.
Effect, though, right? If I wanted to.
Cannot push and devil's bargain.
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. I thought you could still push for effect if you take a devil's bargain. I misunderstood.
You can take a devil's bargain for effect.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Just like you can
All
take, you can push yourself for +1 or for effect. But
Okay, sounds good. Are we risky standard right now? We drop to risky
We are.
as opposed to desperate?
we're at risky
Great.
standard.
Cool. Right, roll with the bonus die. Boom. That's a 4.
Hmm?
I succeed with some cost.
Yeah, I think you.
I have an idea for a cost.
Okay.
There was an unbroken vial of eye blind. Poison. How about you break that? So now we're all blinded.
Oh, that's right. The eye blind that you threw
I
and
threw it in
didn't
and
break.
it didn't break. So it's on the
okay.
floor.
Ah.
And you smash into it and it goes poof.
Hmm.
I like it.
Sounds good. Well, I'm going to resist this.
Yeah, so you kind of fend off a couple chops of the sword that Jameson's wielding, and this like big overhand sledgehammer smash, and he jumps out of the way and you smash down and blinding poison goes out, and then you kind of come back, swing up from the ground and kind of just hit him like square in the chest and the jaw and send him gone, right? Through some
Excellent.
crates, like action movie style sort of soft landing that he definitely is not dead.
Mhm.
And kind of you get that in right at the start, and then all that sort of blinding powder starts settling in, and
Okay. Time to resist.
this is going to be resist with resolve.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
All right.
I don't think
Because
you
you're not
can
really
fight.
you're not really gonna like physically help yourself. It's to like keep yourself focused and be able to see a little bit and keep in the fight, because you've got two other opponents there that sort of are jumping in at you as well.
Gotcha. I would think of it as in the sense of dodging out of the way, getting my eyes closed before blinding power enters. I'll roll resolve.
I
Alrighty.
believe.
I'm not going to get it.
Hey, you did.
Oh!
Yes.
Problem
Take 3
is,
stress.
Oh.
Crafty doesn't
Yeah.
have any dots, so he's rolling 2 and
I was
taking
planning
the
on-
lower.
So I was planning on putting my XP in resolve, but I didn't declare it before the end of the last session, so I don't think I should be able to take that 6.
I mean,
Because I have 6
if
floating
you were
XP.
planning on, you'd spend your XP. If you were
Alright.
planning on spending it in resolve, then you should do that. And
Okay, cool.
why don't you take 2 stress instead of 3? We'll sort of split the difference
Okay.
between the
Sounds
3
good.
and the 6.
2 stress, you said?
That was a knot.
Yes.
I was looking at my character sheet. at
It's
that
all right.
moment.
That's, I realized exactly that. You both were kind of looking in different directions, like, hang on.
Cool.
And, podcast
All right.
folks, I'm here for you.
Sweet.
I said yes. I don't know. My mic didn't pick it up or whatever. I will project more.
No big deal.
Be loud.
Chris, loud? No.
Huh?
Nothing.
I'm not loud. Not generally. Not in everyday life, at least.
Fair. I only ever see
Hook.
Chris at conventions.
Yeah, you see top form Chris. You don't see the 2 weeks of Chris need to fucking de-stress from that afterwards.
Hook is taking another shot unless for some reason these palm pistols are one-shotters. Okay.
Like typical Derringer is a 2-shot.
Shh. I would like more than that, Corby.
Tiny little revolver.
But yeah, with one Blues Brother out of the way, firing at the older bearded leader type, because Hook is like, hey, we're gonna match off like physically fit team guys, okay, and then me and the mastermind over there, yeah, we're gonna do this. So that's Hunt, if I remember correctly.
Just shoot.
Attack with precision shooting from a distance.
I think in melee it's skirmish.
Yeah, but they're not in melee.
Right. I'm because I'm still back over with the crates. So that's
This is hunt.
cool. Done.
Specifically because you have very little possibility of being dragged into the fight and hurt from where you are.
Gotcha.
Which is kind of your line. You've got time to line up a shot, which is I think the difference between hunt and.
And then
That makes sense to me.
the palm pistol is not going to actually give me die bonus, or would it? It's just allowing me to.
No, just allows you to do the thing. Yeah,
Cool.
it's not fine quality or anything. So
Gotcha. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. Well, yeah, no, I don't even want to know what the Devil's Bargain is. There's enough crap going on right now. So 2 dice. I will take that.
5s. Excellent. Yeah, you Crafty's still mixed up in the middle of the blinding powder, and I think it's sort of spread out and starting to hit probably Corby soon in a second. Like she'll have to contend with it, not necessarily be blind.
Also the bad guys.
And the bad guys, yes. The big one is sort of seeing red already, so being blind doesn't really hurt him that bad. But yeah, Jacob, the sort of the smart one of the group, this was like hanging back, and you have time to line up a shot and sort of just crack him right in the chest, and he sort of steps back and say, well, maybe it's time to go check on my brother and see if we can get out of here. And he dashes off to find cover, and also his brother that got sort of sledgehammered.
Because they're on the caboose with us. That is okay.
Disconnected. Yeah.
We're gonna have a very awkward, odd couple kind of ride back into town.
Ride
Didn't
on
we,
what?
We walk
Weren't
in.
we planning on detaching near the lightning barrier?
Right.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, but you're
Events
It's
have
a
kind
ways.
of overtaken us.
Right enough.
you're not like within sight of it, right?
Cool.
Gotcha.
The consequence here is that as you like go to stuff your pistol away because you don't have time to reload it or whatever and go on and decide what to do next, you have the best view sort of through this cloud of blinding poison that there is some sort of glimmer in the air, and something spooky this way comes as the tentacle shoots back in and sort of wiggles about in the cabin or in the train car, trying to find its next
Victim.
victim.
Yeah. If I may, Corby, my whisper, Corby, my man. Need you to do something about this right now.
Corbin? Yeah. What's the name of that character? Now I gotta know.
Corbin. Or which one?
Corbin.
The one doing Corbin.
Ruby
Ruby
Red.
Rod.
Ruby Red.
Yeah,
Yep.
Ruby Rod. That's. Do I
yeah,
see the
so-
tentacle yet?
You can. So the consequence for Hook is you get scared by ghost
Ooh.
stuff.
Yes.
Spooky ghosts, yes.
So you freeze, flee, or resist.
I'm going to freeze.
Okay.
Seems good.
I got 2 stress free here, and so I'm
Their
trying to.
vision is based on movement.
You know you want that trauma. You know you want
We'll
that
just
trauma.
all end up traumatized.
We all want it.
The hope is that as scarred as I am, they will always be physical scars.
I'm thinking about taking a second trauma. Why not? We're retiring anyway.
Exactly.
You had a
Make
good
it rain.
6-month run.
Make it rain with stress.
Yep.
There you
I'm
go.
already playing Crafty Man pretty reckless. So
I hadn't noticed. Corby.
So this is the toothpaste is definitely out of the tube, and it's all Corby's fault. So she'll pull out a little staff and give it a shake, and his lightning hook extends. And I'm gonna do what I can to try and now. Lightning hooks are for manipulating and capturing and dealing with foes. Do I use a tune to attack with that, or is it like skirmish or something?
Skirmish.
Okay.
You're trying to fight it? Yep.
So I'll need to do some pushing
Or some help from your friends.
or some help from my friends. It's a fine lightning hook, so I think I have 1D.
You do
But I
get
have-
+1. Yep.
I have no skirmish.
Yeah, I don't.
Hmm.
I can pull out an unusual weapon of like my own little taser that I have invented, but I also have no points in skirmish.
But helping during their
We
action
give one to
gives them
die.
a dice. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll say I'll use my last. Point
Your
of
last
weight.
resort.
Yeah, I have an unusual weapon because ghosts might happen, and it's basically a taser.
Yeah. Small lightning.
Just zzz.
As long
Okay.
as it's enough to momentarily hold it in place to give me a better swing with my.
All right. So
Okay,
that's
okay.
got you at a 2 dice pool. Do you want to hear a devil's bargain or push yourself?
Corby's still pretty shaken about everything she's done. I don't think we're going to get to the devil's bargain side of things just yet, but I will push. That's 2 for an extra die.
Correct.
So I'm rolling skirmish
Got it.
with 3.
Got a trauma. Time to do the thing that gets me more trauma.
That's right. Risky or desperate?
I think this is going to be currently risky.
And 2 bonus die. 3 bonus die because I'm pushing. Hey, there's a 6 in there.
6.
Oh, wow.
1, 6, 1. All right.
Good. It works. Great
Doesn't matter. Add
success.
6. Oh, man.
World of Darkness.
Right.
Oh god, if it was World of Darkness, you'd be fucked.
Yeah.
Botch.
Cancels, and that's a botch.
Here's touch my ears.
Yeah, so you sort of what does Corby's fighting style look like?
So she's I'm trying to remember the name of the monkey. It's like a Reese's monkey. She's just like crazy. It's all over the place. It's so chaotic. She doesn't know what she's doing. You don't know what she's doing.
She's
We are
half blind from
defending
the blind
against-
powder anyways,
yeah.
so
That's right.
Yeah,
And she's
cool.
just like shrieking and swinging the thing around.
Also known
Hell
as
yeah.
There's no style to it at
mashing.
all. It's just what's that?
yep.
Button
Also known as
mashing.
button mashing.
Basically, yeah.
Excellent. Well, through all of that, you managed to not only not get sort of caught off guard and cold cocked by Jonathan Blues, but as the tentacle sort of reaches in, it's not aiming for you, but you're sort of near the thing that it's going towards. You managed to. I'm picturing like a bow staff with like a lightning crescent on the end. Is kind of how I picture these things.
Sure.
Cool.
Like a shepherd's hook made of lightning, right?
I was just thinking of like the loop you used to catch stray dogs.
And
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
they're used to
Very
capture
much.
ghosts and put them in
Right.
spirit bottles, right? So, yeah.
Right. Like it's
So,
not
yeah,
sort of a bludgeoning or cutting weapon. It's more of a tool, but
Yeah.
Mhm.
you can fight with it. You kind of like hook that around the tentacle and shock it, and it sort of seizes up, and you have this echo in the ghost field that you all hear.
Okay.
I mean, everyone can attune. It's not just the
Yeah.
whisper, right? So
I don't though.
I've wanted. Yes, well, sure, but even NPCs can attune.
Right.
Just wanted to try and clarify that a little
Throw
bit
that
because it
out
seems
there,
like we have
That's a helpful
sort of
reminder.
meandered towards Craig's playing the wizard and he does the ghost wizard stuff. But no, like everyone definitely does these things all the time. Not all the time, but has the possibility to have done. That's a fucking sentence I just said. So you shock the ghost tentacle, and you rolled a 6, so you have no repercussions. You just get what you wanted. I will say you do notice that it is trying to get towards the box of explosives.
Oh.
What are they made of?
I will just go ahead and read this little note that I wrote last time, which is Soylent Bomb is ghosts.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I guess trying to gather information would be an actual action, right? So I just know it's going for the bomb for some reason.
Yep.
Okay. And I guess that's it for me. My goal was just to drive it away from hurting anybody else.
Sure. You have done that well so far.
Okay.
Okay.
Am I near the guys?
You are, relatively near. Mm-hmm. There's sort of a big tentacle reaching past you that you sort of reached up and tried to shock out of the way. But you can probably squeeze past it. Through it. Sounds bad.
Yeah, walking through it sounds bad.
Mm-hmm.
I have one use of my bandolier left. Oh, and I do still have my spider. I'm going to have that walk across over under their feet and then puff.
Oh, that's right, because you loaded that, like, when we started. What did you load it with?
It's the blind.
Okay.
Make sure that they
have another dose.
Yeah.
Remember, everybody, get your second dose.
Mm-hmm.
I tinker to use the little device. Five. 4 and 5.
Excellent. You. Is it like wind up? It's very clockwork, right?
Yeah. I was imagining I take it out of my pocket, wind it up, and then sit down, let it walk.
Mm-hmm. Little crab legs.
Skitter over like around their feet, and then do its puffing.
This will definitely put another dose of blind powder at a crafty man as well.
Aw, I get the consequence.
The two that were like
Battle's kind of chaotic.
together and hiding.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I was gonna go with it. I was just reacting naively.
Cool. Yeah, I mean there's not but so many places to hide in a singular train car. They're like behind some crates and stuff. But yeah, you can totally have a little skitterbot go over there and fuck them up with some blind powder. It does this thing. You definitely, in trying to set the right path and everything for it, you bump into the ghost tentacle, and you feel this like cold, icy sort of edge of the ghost field and of this sort of eldritch, ethereal being sort of seep into your soul.
Don't like that.
You are going to take a rank 2 harm.
Oh, jeez.
What's it?
It is called
Bad touch.
Ghost in Your Blood. Bad touch is good too. Ghosts in Your Blood, do cocaine about it. Bad touch is fine.
You and
I like
me,
ghosts in
baby,
your
ain't
blood.
nothing but demons.
DMCA, watch out.
You can resist this if you'd like.
Sure. What am I resisting with? Resolve?
This would be resolve. Yep.
I don't have any plans on that. We'll see.
You saw how well it worked out for Crafty.
I
Not
get
so
much
great.
stress.
Oh,
Much stress. That's a trauma, huh?
Mhm.
Hell yeah.
now I really have to
believe-
resist getting any trauma.
Welcome to
Uh,
traumatized.
Oh,
Ghosts in your blood can go down to a less effect. So basically, any resolve or prowess things you do now are going to be at lesser effect space with your 2 injuries.
So I am at 1 trauma and 1 stress.
Hmm.
And I suppose haunted works.
It doesn't have to be. It can be whatever. I mean, it could be obsessed works well for Cricket. Like spending many hours working on your crafts and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah, I'm just imagining the way I got the trauma.
I mean, but it's accumulation of things, right?
Mhm.
It's not just like the last. Doesn't have to be the last straw.
Yeah, actually, I like that. I take
Because haunted can be haunted by your own actions,
Mhm.
like your
that's
karma and stuff like that too, right? Like they're very open. I can read these off for chat, by the way. I don't think we've ever done that. The sort of options that the game presents you for your traumas. And I talked about how you can play into them as much or as little as you want last time. But you have cold, haunted, obsessed, paranoid, reckless, soft, unstable, and vicious. With, like I said, there's many ways to interpret some of these words. Like cold, like literally, I had someone at a convention one time be like, no, there's like ghost field ice constantly forming around me, and that is like super
Oh.
traumatizing. And I was
Yeah,
like,
that
oh
sounds
yeah, that's
awful.
fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Like
I will never be warm again.
I am pulling my chair extremely close to the fire, right?
Ah, yeah.
Sitting there with your feet like on the embers trying to get warm. I was like, all right, this is cool. This is neat.
Mhm.
Like constantly breathing, like
that's a
you can see
great
the
way.
frost air breath. Yeah.
I was gonna say on a bright sunny day, but
Yeah.
nope, not in this place.
Not in Dust Bowl.
Shit's fucked.
We have problems.
Crafty Man.
Oh yeah, cool. That ghost's in the way and is trying to get at those 3 blinded dudes, and is trying to get at the ghostly explosives. So Crafty thinks that we need to exit a different way. We're not getting out the front door. So he's going to turn around and run at what he thinks is the weakest section of the wall and try and Kool-Aid Man through the back of the train car.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Okay.
If you think that's a possibility, if like
I
he would
think
know
you
in
will
setting that
start
the cars
with
are
no
too thick.
effect.
Okay.
Just
All
slam
right.
yourself into
But
the
that
wall.
does not mean that is impossible, because you can push yourself for these
I will
things.
say, Crafty Man spent like a period of time practicing on an actual train car, right?
Yeah, but
So
I
he
would
might know if
this
it's
run
possible
through
or
a
not.
wall was part of that practice.
Yeah, he was trying to not get caught.
Mhm.
Can I?
You would know if there
Wait.
is a back door to the train car, though.
That's true. That's a good
There
point.
is a fortified back door. Since this is the back of the train, potentially could be sort of
Thefted this way?
thefted through the back. It is fortified, yeah. But yeah, so like I said, he will start with no effect,
Okay.
but
All right. We
you
need to
can
get to standard
adjust
effect.
these things.
Great.
Lesser means that you take some time to do so. Standard means you can sort of Kool-Aid Man the fuck out of the train.
Sweet. Let's do this. Okay, so 2 levels of effect. Let's see, what could I add to get levels of effect?
I can
I
give you a
could push-
grenade.
Okay, grenade makes sense.
Well, we're in a room full of like real better explosives. It makes more sense to use one of those.
Oh, yeah. That's a good idea.
I don't know that it is, but
All right, let's see. I think that my default options, right, are pushing or devil's bargain in order to increase effect, right? And I can only apply one of those things.
Correct.
I could also apply assistance from somebody to increase level of effect. Is that right?
I think I might just do dice, right?
If that's just a die.
Okay.
Because we don't know what these bombs do, right?
Yeah, it's a more effective explosive. How exactly effective is that explosive? Are we talking about this little bit is blowing up a quarry, or?
I'd say your demolition tools, being your sledgehammer and stuff,
Yeah.
would allow you to. I'll give you this. It's gonna break your sledgehammer.
Okay. Cool. Sledgehammer's done. All right. If I Kool-Aid Man through the train so we can escape the tentacle, I don't have the sledgehammer anymore. That works for me. Perfect. I don't need it anymore. Job's
done.
Job's done.
Broke it. Job's done. Broke into the train. Broke out of the train.
Yeah. So half blind, in the middle of a fight with a 6.5 foot tall beefy dude, ghost tentacle, room full of explosives, and you're going to charge 30 to 40 feet away and sort of just overhand chop with a sledgehammer to break a metal door down. I love it. Let's play this game. Let's roll this dice.
Hell yeah. Fantastic. Alrighty, cool.
This is going to be risky, and I think you got yourself to standard, yes?
Yes, that's right. So I got to push to do it, right? Or take a devil's bargain.
Yeah.
Was the devil's bargain the sledgehammer being destroyed, or was that just what gave me the level of effect?
Devil's bargain is going to be that the situation is going to be amplified in its chaos in every single way.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm on board with that.
Oh, you're muted.
Are you trying to make me happy, Chris? Yes, I accept.
Yeah.
Yes.
Remember, kids, when you're playing a miniseries, drive it like you stole it.
All right. So I think I'll accept that for effect. Because I can't do pusher either. So okay, I get that. Accept the devil's bargain, and then I can roll my wreck, and that will give me standard effect. Is that right? Perfect. Cool. Doing it. Risky standard. No bonus dice. Flat out.
Don't forget your XP.
Well, it's not desperate.
Not desperate.
Now that Ralph has rolled, let me remind you that the tentacle is coming into the train car from the outside, and by opening the back door, you are now opening another way for the tentacle to get inside the car.
Yeah, but the tentacle wants the
It's
explosive.
currently coming in from the other side, though.
Yeah, it's like 40 feet away, and it's also going for the explosives, not us. So if we can escape the tentacle, we might be able to escape with our lives.
I will remind you, the point of the job is to steal this explosive.
To get the
Oh yeah,
explosives.
just not all of them, just some of them.
We just need samples.
That's
Hook
fair.
already
just
has
need
a
some.
sample, doesn't he?
Yeah,
That's
we got some.
Not yet, but
Not yet.
momentarily, yes.
Hook is
Okay, cool.
pocketing, yeah.
Hook is currently frozen.
I would remind.
Oh, right,
I would remind you that the person that asked for samples is the Doskvalian
Mr. Torg.
mutant Mr. Torg revolutionary. So like a handful of it is not what he's looking for.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Oh, okay.
He's not gonna go make his own. He wants some to blow some shit up.
Okay.
It's fine.
Fair
we
enough.
can make this work.
Yep.
I was hoping we could get some for him and also keep some for ourselves.
Yes.
Okay.
This would increase the value of the job. Yes.
Let's lift that another.
So
Right.
you've got a 5 here.
Yep. That's right.
And sort of narratively, everything sort of happens as I said it. However,
Mm-hmm.
in the sort of shocked pain of being electrocuted and the train starting to slow down and become less stable and less sort of inertia-based movement, the swaying of the tentacle as it smashes into the wall of the car
Mm-hmm.
flips the car.
Oh.
I was like, wait, hang on.
Everything will
We
be
are
more chaotic.
off
in
the
every way.
rails.
Yes.
And so everyone sort of falls down towards the side where the Blues brothers were sort of blind and one of them unconscious. Crates go spilling out. A big chunk of the crate that Hook had opened of the explosive. Remind that it's sort of a ghost C4 is more or less how I conceptualized this.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very like wrapped up bricks of explosive powder, because if you can use lightning to explode a ghost, why not use lightning to explode a ghost? And so Crafty Man sort of you feel the car starting to tilt, and you hear metal wrenching and breaking and crates starting to fall, and you realize that this is your escape, right? From whatever calamity is about to happen, regardless of, I think in this moment, especially with your trauma, there is nothing behind you that matters.
Oh, okay.
Right? It is, I am escaping, I am getting out of here because I have to survive. And that like extra well of strength, and you like straight up bash this door, and it doesn't destroy. It doesn't, you're not, some sort of hulked out Superman. But you do, break the mechanism and sort of with your momentum and that last sort of leveraged step before the train goes completely sideways, you manage to break it open and leap out the door. The train is still moving, and you land with a hearty crumple.
Well, shit. Wasn't exactly what I was planning on doing. I was opening the door, but I shouldn't have said Kool-Aid Man. We're here. This is where we're here. This is where we are. Okay, cool. Go ahead.
You land with a hearty sort of crunch right on your shoulder.
Okay, yeah.
And it kind of takes you a moment to take stock of what that injury might be, but we're just going to say general sort of shoulder badness.
Okay.
The big ow.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I hope that explosive is stable to shock.
One would hope
C4
so.
generally is. Requires electrical stimulation, so if it's C4 in this, but who knows? So what level of harm this is? I want to resist
That's a level
it.
2.
Level 2, cool. So I'm going to mark armor.
You resist it. Well, okay.
And then I guess that makes it level 1. And then I'm going to resist. Or you were going to say something about resist. If I resist,
I was going to say if you resist, it goes down to 1.
Okay, cool. Then I mark
I
armor
had
and then I'll
armor
resist.
earlier.
What was that?
When I touched the tentacle, I had armor on.
Oh, great.
Oh.
Yeah.
Then you don't have ghosts in your blood.
Okay. I still took the trauma.
Because you
yeah?
resisted it. Yeah.
Okay.
Because you resisted it down a level, but you already had armor on.
Mhm.
All right. Roll prowess.
The other thing that armor can do is
Take
you
3.
can expend it. You can break it, basically, for the rest of the mission and get an extra level of protection. Shoulder badness.
Cool.
Okay. So 3 stress.
Yep. I marked it.
Looking a little trauma-esque over there.
Oh, yeah. Crafty's here for it. He's going to get reckless. He's going to reckless and cold. He's going to start hitting. I mean, we're going to take out these ink regs.
Yeah, so you sort of sit up and take stock of how your shoulder's looking, and it's bruised up a bit. Or no, you resisted it fully.
Yeah.
But yeah, some bruises and some tumbles, some scrapes, nothing an actual injury. And you see the train sort of skidding, crashing across this. I'm picturing sort of a very desert wasteland.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Very Fallout sort of vibe of the area. And we will jump back inside into the sort of spin dryer of a train car. It doesn't actually tumble. It just kind of tilts and slides and crashes and bumps, and stacks of crates fall and all that kind of thing. So, patrolling the Mojave.
Now I have big iron stuck in my head. Thank you all.
Yeah, you're welcome. So with that, we will go to Hook.
Now my freeze previously, is that this turn now, or because I realized it's like, I freeze, and I realized, mechanically I don't actually know what that does.
I think what it does is you have. I think you're buried under some crates and stuff.
Dope.
When everything has settled enough that it's time to start moving, because you have frozen. Like if you weren't frozen, I'd let you do a fucking action movie shot in the middle of all of this, right? But since you froze, it's sort of a oh shit, and you like you managed to like get small and not be squished by a bunch of 6 foot by 6 foot crates and stuff like that,
Right.
And so starting with sort of beginning to climb out of there is where you're at.
Cool. Yeah, at that point it's picking up oh my gosh, the explosives, which I imagine like Hook showed up with luggage, but it was just empty, and is just shoveling any of the stuff he can find in there and then yelling, "Sound off!" Though probably more piratically, appropriate. I don't know what you would say, but yeah.
Sure.
Just where the fuck is everybody?
You will be sort of contending with the tentacle to grab these bundles that have sort of scattered out everywhere on the side of the train car.
That'd be finesse.
Because you're not fighting it.
Mm-hmm. Or Prowl, I guess, because Prowl is all the climb, jump, run, tumble kind of stuff.
Yeah, so if we want it to be like that it takes a minute, like that everyone is cool with it taking a minute, and then we sort of climb out and start going about like, is everyone okay? Like, then I'm cool with it being Prowl and you trying to like sneakily grab this thing as this tentacle is like feeding through and reaching and grabbing these things because it's being squished by boxes too. So
gotcha. Everybody's cool with the whole like it's going to take us a minute.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sort of changes the pace of the scene, right?
All right.
As long as the tentacle isn't like eating us like popcorn.
No.
Might give time Crafty Man to run up and join you all.
Also true because you are outside the car.
Several hundred feet away at this point. I think this is going to be desperate at this point.
Cool. No, that's cool. I want that XP.
Yeah, for sure.
For the remainder of the
remainder
of tonight.
Especially given the sort of introduction of how the tentacle worked, of like reaching in and just like yanking somebody out into the sky. Like that sort of like horror sort of tone is the scene, I think, in my head of like, I have to be very quiet and very careful.
Second question. You get trauma when you fill or overfill your stress bar?
When you fill.
Okay.
If you mark the last box.
Cutting a very fine line, are you?
Yep.
Oh.
Oh no.
Yike.
Welcome to Trauma Town.
Yeah.
Potentially. We'll see what we're up against here.
Well, this is a 1 on a desperate roll.
Right. Oh, I have no doubt that this will not be great.
Yeah, you you're like scurrying around and you find a couple packs of the explosives and sort of carefully, quietly looking around because you don't really see the tentacle right now. It's kind of slowly walking around and stuff like that. Take like one last look around as you've sort of grabbed everything right in this area, and then suddenly you feel this cold pressure on your ankle. And you are yoinked.
Can I want a cosmetic narrative change here. I want a whole like packing the last thing into his coat and then looking up and having a clever girl moment of
okay, sure.
Okay. Just grab.
Yep.
Yeah. So instead of around your ankle and surprise, it's more of a fuck? Yep. And this thing just grabs you bodily, and you get smashed through crates and bounced off the side of the train and yanked out into the sky.
Cool.
You are still in possession of the explosives.
Right.
And you have taken a level 3 harm here.
Oh my gosh.
Yike. Need help.
Cool. So this is fine. I have armor. I'm double checking my load count, but I think I literally have only used 2 of my 6.
Oh, great. You use a heavy.
Because a bunch of my stuff is
Yep.
So yeah, this is I guess it's true. I might as well use the heavy. Or actually,
so heavy adds on to armor, so it has to be 5 boxes total to use all of it.
Okay, so that's which actually could I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? No, I could not.
You do one of it.
Yep. But that's fine.
You haven't used any gear.
Just the unusual weapon and fine whiskey bottle. So that's 2.
What was the unusual weapon?
The sword, which I've been
that's
use that as a social lubricant.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's fine. I can use armor, and then we'll also check it off.
Expend it.
Yep.
Cool.
And
all right.
And that utterly removes the harm, or are we down to less effect?
Check.
Okay.
Let me check.
It's perfect though, because this is all the excuse I need to get the last upgrade that I totally will use on screen. Ghost Contract is so freaking cool, but like as much as much as Hook is like, I don't do ghost stuff. Now it's like, yes. This is exactly
you can expend it to avoid the consequence without having to roll resist.
Woo! Cool.
That's sweet.
You are still in the sky.
Sure.
Grabbed by a tentacle, holding explosives. You're just now not nearly beaten to death.
Right.
By having done so. So I'm very curious what this armor was.
Oh, dude, no, this is straight up. This is the suits, man. Like these are like heavy padded, like plate sewn, like James Bond
40-pound coat, right?
Yeah,
your John Wick suits.
Yes, my John Wick suits. Exactly this.
Cool. We'll come back to you.
I'll just hang
Corby.
around.
So I'm buried in a pile of crates, I presume.
Yep. You hear... Well, what kind of noises does Hook make after he gets sort of almost yeeted?
They start
does he have composure?
Strong, manly, like, oh, what the fuck? And by the time we're airborne, it is considerably more out of control.
This sort of fading Wilhelm scream.
Yes.
You maybe saw, but definitely heard someone just get absolutely yoinked out of the train car.
A lot of sailor cursing.
Yeah.
You sound like Willem Dafoe in The Lighthouse.
Oh no.
Can I get just a ballpark on what tier this tentacle is?
Like 4?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Bad, Craig.
Really bad.
Oh, this is such a bad idea. I wonder if I can summon another one.
So fight with
Tentacle fight.
And have it
Fire with fire. Why,
No, it's
Craig?
gonna also try to steal our explosives.
Yeah, I really don't want to get wishbone between the two of them. Thanks.
Yeah. Well, I would have thought maybe they would wrestle, but
A gruesome to shreds, you say.
like you see it back in the hideout afterwards. It's like, well, I could have gone better. Where it's shredded in blood. You can pick pieces of Hook out of my hair for weeks.
Nocto says the word tentacle is being said way too often for their good PG-rated ears. Yeah, okay.
Kaiju
Not
fight,
tall,
release the
PG
Kraken.
rated.
Yes. Yeah. Now there's 2 of them. Yes.
Yep.
So, can I momentarily How high up is Hook? As I poke my head out from
From-
crates.
You are unable to see him.
Oh, he's
your
way in
vantage.
this
Well,
one?
remember, it's also
Or-
dark, and I have no
Oh,
light
I'm
source.
still in the train cart though. Right? I'm still in the car. Okay, so I'm going to extricate myself from the car,
Okay.
and there was a lightning gun around here. Where is that?
Probably in the crates.
Sounds like
Somewhere
a
in this
hunch roll.
mess.
It was with the railjack who got clobbered by a sledgehammer. And then you arced it into one of the security people. And then, things happened from there.
Those guys are
Yeah.
still
Yeah, that
tied
would
up in
be-
here somewhere.
Rip.
Yep. Rip.
They were
So-
injured already. They're gone. Yeah. So you can hunt around for this thing. That is an acceptable way to spend your time.
I will hunt around for the lightning gun and just hope it wasn't on the railjack that got yoinked when I first. brought
It
the
was
tentacle.
not.
Okay.
Because it was on the floor at one point.
Okay.
He was the one
Yeah.
who surprised us. And it was on the floor because I hit him with the sledgehammer.
So there's no way I'm going to control this thing. So I'm going to look for the lightning gun because maybe then I can shock it into letting Hook go.
Poor choice of words, but yes.
I'm here for this.
Put him down. Okay.
Drop it! Drop it! Drop it!
Whatever you say, boss.
So you want to roll or
Yeah, this can be hunt.
hunt?
To do it at all expediently, right? Is sort of the
Yeah.
consequence here.
So I don't have a lot of stress left. So what's the devil's bargain?
Um,
Because making this worse seems like the way to go.
Yeah.
it doesn't necessarily make it worse. Makes it more interesting.
Interesting.
The devil's bargain is that Jonathan's gonna dig himself out of the sort of box pile too.
Okay, I'll take that bet.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get a hunt with 1D because I got 0.
Someone
Risky.
could help.
Who's still in the cart?
Just me.
I mean, if you
Okay.
give me an opportunity to get back,
So I hope
I'd be happy to.
I think while this is going on, you're running.
lightning gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll help dig around, try to extricate myself, and start shoving things.
Yeah, I mean, we have the whole
Room
Corby
for
going, where's the lightning gun? Where's the lightning gun? And Cricket's like, there.
Yeah, sure. I'll help
Makes
you
sense
look.
to me.
Have we degenerated into desperate, or are we still risky?
We are very much.
You
You
cut
faded
out.
away there.
We're desperate.
Okay.
My general sort of sense of it is, what position was the last one, and was it a success or failure? If you fail on a desperate, you're absolutely still in desperate.
Right.
A 6.
The 6.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Great success.
Awesome.
Yeah, so you fairly quickly, span of 20-30 seconds or so, you're like, well, it was there,
Yeah.
so, and it's under a couple of things pretty close to you, actually. You weren't too far from it originally. And you dig for it and come up and you're checking over it, and you're like, I guess, and I think this is where Cricket pops in and is like, it helps you find it, is checking over to make sure it works.
Okay.
And sort of supervillain sort of box explosion as Jonathan sort of hulks a couple crates off of himself and stands up out of this pile looking battered, to say the least.
He's the super shredder.
He had a pretty bad subjective experience.
Yeah.
He got clobbered into the crates and then shaken around.
No, sorry. He was the big guy. He didn't actually get hit in the fight earlier.
The big
He
guy?
got shot first.
I thought I hit the big guy with the sledgehammer.
No, you hit one of the other ones.
He hit the
okay.
agile one.
Oh, really? 'Cause I thought the
Got
big
brains,
guy
brawn,
jumped
and
over.
agility.
Yeah,
All
no,
right.
Braun got hit by my pistol when was
Oh,
threatening
okay.
Cricket.
Copying you.
Oh, that's right. Cool. I
So
just
he's been
switched it
shot
up
in the
in my head.
shoulder, but
Fantastic.
That wasn't sort of a skirmish-based shot, though. It was just like a, hey,
Buzz off.
Makes
buzz
sense.
off.
I'm going to. Well, I mean, what I really want to do right now is to like start gathering up any of the more explosives I can see because I
Mhm.
want them.
Yep.
But right now, I want Corby to be able to get out of this.
Mhm.
So, I'm going to try to get between the big guy and her,
Okay.
and I want to poison him.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
So is it a gas, or you like squirt poison out of your mouth?
It's you can either like excrete it through your skin or breathe it.
Okay.
So I'm just going to like poison breath at him.
How big a cloud did you picture this as? Is it like you have to get up close and sort of just breathe in his face, or is it sort of a breath weapon?
I was thinking of it as like a breath weapon, not like
I'm cool with that.
long distance,
No,
but like
that's fucking rad.
a
Like,
couple feet.
you know, yeah.
Like put it through your skin if you've been grabbed, but otherwise, like
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
you push yourself to do it. Take 2 stress. And
Do
that's
this
all
thing.
it says. Yeah. You can also excrete it through your saliva, so I could spit on him.
Gross.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to do that. I don't think I roll. It just says you do it. You take 2 stress and do it.
I mean, you do exhale it as a vapor, making it hit him. I think would be a skirmish.
I'm bad at that.
We believe.
If anyone has any idea for a bonus, because I can't do both things.
So
can
we
help me.
flash back to a Hook rubbing his forehead, because this is the migraine poison, right?
Yeah.
Hook rubbing his head, taking another drink, and going, "Okay, let's do this again." of just basically like you know,
Training me.
and counting coup kind of thing of can Hook get in and you know, before she can breathe on his face. And he does not like this, but he will do this for the crew.
Okay.
I like it. I will do this.
Is that a
That
1
will
or
be
2?
that'll be a 1 stress.
Okay.
And a 1 die for me?
Mhm.
Okay. Fingers crossed. A 5.
Cool. Yeah, so you get in, you kind of rush over pretty agilely, and just breathe this cloud of poison's got to be purple, right? Like purple cloud of breath weapon. Yeah, it's got to be. And he goes. He's already half blinded and beaten up, and now he's got a fucking migraine the size
Splitting
of
migraine.
yeah, everything in the universe. And so poison is clearly green. No, wrong.
You're thinking of toxic.
Mm-hmm.
The no shock.
Either way, it's purple. So
It's purple.
good news is I'm still in charge for the next hour and a half. So it's fucking purple. So he falls backwards and sort of crashes back down through some holes in crates and stuff like that. And you hear the distinct crunch of a lantern.
Oh shit!
Oh no! Oh
Oh
shit!
shit!
Oh yeah, those ink rags getting toasted.
Tick, tick, tick.
Somebody needs to get that. Oh yeah, that's bad.
We gotta get this
And,
explosive and get the fuck out.
Yes, you are
Maybe
you are on a clock.
Mhm.
And that clock is got one segment out of 4 filled,
Oh, okay.
and it says fire.
Yeah.
Yep. Hook is screaming, I have explosives in my bag!
I'm still not positive you're coming down alive and with explosives.
Oh, I'm hoping he gets dropped from the sky and Crafty can try a desperate save.
We shall see.
I'm
Yeah,
just
the
seeing
baseball slide
explosives
catch.
coming
Okay.
down and exploding both of
Exactly.
you. Okay. Is Crafty caught up to us? Just like full sprint running.
Yeah, what does Crafty do?
I don't know. I was waiting till you said that I could come back to the train car. So
You are. I mean,
in,
you are.
in narrative time. It
It
wasn't. up to
is
me,
your
so.
narrative. It is your narrative turn. So
Fantastic. Okay, cool. Yeah. So his goal is running straight to the train car and then jump on to see if people are okay. You know, after that
Okay.
moment of selfishness, selfish escape. And what does he see? Did he witness Hook get pulled into the sky, or was that too far away?
I think you would certainly hear him.
Okay, cool.
It is very dark,
Gotcha.
so I don't know that you'd be able to see him currently.
Well, I do have dark side
Um,
goggles I could put on. I think that'll help us
Oh, do you?
lead it. Yeah. That's my last,
Oh, that's pretty
last
neat.
bit of load. So I'm gonna
Yeah, you can
take
see
that.
him then.
Great.
He's about 30, 40 feet up in the air,
Okay.
grabbed by a sort of shimmering wisp of tentacle. It's not fully like visible, right? And so knowing that you do that and see him, you still run towards the train, or
Run towards him.
okay, cool. Yeah, he's about 100 yards away. Like the base of this tentacle is sort of across the ground, and it sort of extends off past your sort of ability to see with the goggles and everything like that.
Gotcha.
But sort of goes along the ground and then is sort of cobra wiggling through the air.
Okay. Well, when
Okay.
I advanced my resolve, I took a point in a tune
Mhm.
to represent the crafty man having spent time with Corby and deciding that, we're dealing with demons and devils. Corby might want some backup at some point. So, what I would like for the crafty man to attempt, if it makes sense to you, is he gets up off the ground, his shoulders are right, he's about to run back, he hears Hook's screams, puts the dark side goggles on, recognizes where Hook is, runs that direction, and when he gets into a good position, perhaps below Hook or near Hook, he stands there and tries to attune to briefly get the tentacle to release contact with Hook so that Hook can drop and the crafty man can try and help him avoid death.
Sure. Yes, you can do this thing.
Cool. Great.
It is desperate.
All right. Sounds good. Happy to make a desperate roll and mark off that resolve. I'm going to roll in a tune and let's see. I want to hear the devil's bargain.
Devil's bargain is this thing will focus on you regardless of whether or not it lets go of Hook.
Oh, okay.
This is what we call an
I think
improvised
that's a good one.
blunt
I don't think I
instrument.
should go for that. Sorry, what was that?
He can improvise blunt instrument. He's going to start
Yeah.
beating you with a
That's right.
Gotta hit a dude with another
beat a
dude.
motherfucker with another motherfucker. Yep.
All right, I'm gonna push myself. I don't think anybody can help me. So,
No, this is a flashback. All right,
Yeah.
I'm going to throw myself off the edge. You're going to catch me.
Actually, I can flash back to it's a couple stress, right?
it's one. Who knows? It might
1 to
be
3, depending.
So I want to flash back because Crafty Man's been studying a little bit with Corby and Corby's wanting to protect himself from her. But
Yep.
so Corby would have given him some arcane implements to give him a hand with that.
Oh, with my Spirit Bane charm?
as an emergency. Yeah,
Cool. That's great.
and I'll take the 2 stress or 1 stress for it.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that would be a 1.
Alrighty, excellent. So then I will take that assistance. I will brandish those arcane implements and the Spirit Bane charm that everyone has, and in a clumsy attempt to attune and dominate the will of the tentacle, I'm going to roll attune. Desperate. Oh, 1 bonus die. And what do we get?
Oh, 5.
5. There we go.
All right. So you mostly get what you want on a 5, right?
Cool. Yeah, makes sense.
I think Hook will be released
Mm-hmm.
at you.
All right, sounds good. Gonna have to try and catch him.
Yep. I'll say the harm here will be an impact on you, not on Hook.
That makes sense to me.
Classic sort of action movie thing. If you catch someone, they're safe.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see how well I catch him. Or rather, we'll see how much damage I take. So
Right.
I'm going to roll prowess to resist, but I assume it will be considerable harm.
Yeah, it's gonna be a level 2.
Okay, cool. Glad I got armor, and then I'll roll prowess. And I haven't expended the armor, so we should take it down. All right.
Hey,
Yes!
there you go.
Crit!
Wow.
Oh, that's what I needed.
All right. So you
Oh,
clear
right.
a stress.
Yeah.
Ah, dang.
And
Damn.
Then
This
armor.
is exactly what
and
I'm hoping for.
So you straight up just like exercise this tentacle with fucking Sam Fisher clockwork night vision goggles on, and then catch your friend perfectly and stylishly, set him down on the ground, and just sort of stand there like, well, all right. And then the tentacle sort of comes down and like almost like looks you in the eye,
Oh, yeah.
but doesn't, right? Because it's a fucking tentacle.
Yeah.
And I think that's where we will cut our episode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We'll come back in a little bit. YouTube folks, we will see you on Friday. The Twitch folks will be back in just a few minutes. As always, we would love for you to swing by our Discord and come hang out and chat with us. There's a lot going on right now as we sort of finish up this sort of interlude season, especially once we get into our next game that Craig is running. So lots of new discussion on new characters and new game systems. Lots of and you know, there's always Burbs and Other Good Animals chat to brighten up your day with Burbs and Other Good Animals. So swing by that. The easy link for that one is eatinto.space. We've also got our Patreon if you'd like to support us monetarily. That is staylucky.club. Drew, I think you had something?
Yeah, and as Perry asked, what do we learn about Craig's game? Well,
Space. The final frontier. These are the brave adventures of the Starship Curie, whose 3-year mission is to explore new worlds, to seek out new civilizations, and to boldly go where no one has gone before.
yay, Star Trek.
All right.
Yes, and yeah, that's a crafty sounding voiceover. It was indeed Ralph, who that is the only thing I think we know that the starship is going to be the Curie and Ralph is captain. And that's about all we got. So we're going to be doing session 0. We're going to do character creation and stuff like that. So that will be next week. So, you know, come by for that and get to see Craig storytell, which I realize like nobody here except for
No
me
one
has
here.
actually seen. Yeah. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
And on top of that, if you don't know anything about Star Trek, it's fine, because I also don't know anything about Star Trek.
I think Ash is in the same spot, more or less.
I've watched the ones that didn't involve starships, so I'm good.
Sure.
Yeah, you were a DS9.
DS9,
Yeah.
Yep.
so good.
So yeah, we're gonna have fun, and it's gonna be the original series. So there's gonna be a little bit campiness, I think. I can't remember what Craig had said about that, but yeah, come see.
What was the line I used? Campy and vaguely misogynistic is how I was approaching this. Not misogynist. That wasn't the right word. I forget what I said before, but like that sort of paternalist sort of joie de vivre that the original series has a little bit here
My
and there.
view is that the next generation is it's technology is freaking amazing. Everybody is hyper competent, but in the original series, it was all about the people, and they were often at
Still
odds with
figuring it
technology.
out.
And they were, this is the whole new universe, and they had no idea what the fuck they were doing, and they were just ham-fisting their way through just about everything. And it was all about the people, so that's why I kind of like the old series for this sort of thing.
It should be fun. I'm
It'll be
looking forward
very
to it.
Craig.
I'm looking forward to Craig playing, or Craig DMing, storytelling. I don't know, what is the story? What does the system call
I
it?
believe it's game mastering for
Game mastering?
for Star Trek.
Cool.
So,
They all mean the same thing.
Yep.
and we'll be using Star Trek Adventures for the system.
Oh yeah, from Modifius, I believe.
Yep.
So, but that'll be next week.
This week, we're going to come back in a few minutes and finish up getting maybe one of these people killed. We'll see. Bye, y'all.
Bye, folks.
See you later.